Hollingworth Lake is a well-loved tourist attraction and popular destination for filmmakers. But at the moment, it's like I've never seen it before. It's like being at the beach. Where I'm stood at the moment would normally be immersed in water. But look how far that goes down. Look how shallow the lake's become. It's surrounded by a kind of sandy, rugged beach. Normally the water would go right the way up to the top there, all the way around, all the way to the wall over there, up the wall, right up to the beach house. This opportunity is a fairly new one. We've had some summers where the reservoirs become a bit depleted of water, but I've never seen the lake anywhere near as low as this. It's kind of amazing, really. I have ridden around the lake loads of times on the bike, but what I've never done is ridden around the lake without the road or the path. And that's what I'm going to try and do today. But I've got to be very careful where I ride because it's not as smooth as it first looks. It's very rocky. There's bits of glass, there's bricks, there's all sorts of stuff to be aware of. I can't ride on this. Started to sink as soon as I went on it. Look at the size of that chain there. And then, what's this? It looks almost like a bath, but it can't be one really. Various bits of metal weights and containers everywhere. There's green growing where once there was just water. All the way up to the edge, the water's edge, with just enough room for trees to grow. The water must have dropped by at least 2 meters for me to be this low down. Maybe I get fascinated by small things, but just the fact that I could never ever have been here ever before just interests me. What else interests me is whether the water's ever going to go back up again, because it's supposed to be really very, very wet today, like an awful lot of rain within the next hour or so. But it's not going to be 2 meters worth of rain. It could be a few mil. A few mil is a pissing down session. Some of this is just not really suitable for riding on. The rocks are too big. This part here is okay. That part's not. That part there is way too soggy and I'll sink. So can I follow a path almost all the way around? Oh, hang on. This is the bit they don't want to go. It was last time I saw a Coke bottle like that. Just a bit surreal. The jetty there, that's normally immersed in water, of course, being a jetty. Now it's just immersed in geese. Is that boat abandoned? Is that one? What's going to happen? How's it going to get filled up again? Is it just going to carry on getting more and more shallow until there's no water left and then there's just a little island in the middle and you can hop from island to island? Good bit of scrap metal there. Quite interesting, of course, that what this is going to reveal is a lot of historic rubbish, litter, The kind of litter you haven't seen in a very, very long time. That was a short ride, but it was rather sweet. Bittersweet, in fact, because reaching the end of the summer, autumn's coming through. Suddenly there's a bit of a bite in the air as the winds come through from wherever it's coming from, somewhere a bit colder than it normally has been. And the school holidays are at an end, and that means that my responsibilities change massively. And these kind of rides like that are not going to be exactly a thing of the past, but the appreciation of such marvellous nuggets of freedom will certainly be higher, because it's not going to happen very often.